All right. Can you guys hear me okay? I really did not think I was just fucking around on StreamYard. A lot of my uh, older videos, some of the better ones are saved on StreamYard, and that's what I was doing, was looking through those because somebody wants some of it. I don't feel like going through all this shit. Probably just give them access. That's what I'll do. I'll make them. I'll just add them to my StreamYard, and they can look through it as they desire. That's what I'll do. I just need their email address because I'm too lazy for this shit. I can't tell. Some of y'all should have your wrenches already, but I can't tell. Does anybody have their wrench? Because it doesn't look like it from here. See, I know I gave Matt his. What's going on, Dominique? I'll have to. I don't know what's going on with that. I can't tell from here. Do any of you have your wrench? Because you're supposed to. If not, then I'll try to mod it after this. No mods as of yet. See, I know I got Matt modded, so I don't know what's going on with that. Dead Twist, what is going on? I have to get you a wrench. What's going on, Nick? So I've got no mods. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll try to mod people after the chat post. I didn't really think that. I don't know how it works because I don't think I think you got to have either 50 or 100 subs to be able to go live, and I don't think I have either one. So I don't know, or maybe it's because it's a third-party app. I don't know. I was keeping this channel on the down low, but like before I ever told anybody that I just made one so that I could like watch you guys and stuff. Some of you, I'm not resubscribing to very many, but so I figured people would want to be able to tell if this was really me. So I made one short with my voice on it. So if anybody checked the account, they'd know it was really me. And then I just made a couple more shorts, and people started finding it. I don't know how, because I didn't make one right away after my other one got nuked, and then I didn't tell anybody for a few days. So I don't know. People were finding it anyway, so it's not really a secret. So feel free to share it if you would like. Oh, I do have 50? Oh, cool. Yeah, guys, hit the like. Yeah, that's still not my thing. I'm still like gonna be big on asking people to share, like, subscribe. I'm not worried about it. If you use StreamYard, you don't need 50 subs. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Going on, pullover? My jealous stalkers will always, yeah, no doubt. We'll just have to keep. I'm not going to be shy with the band hammer. I'm also not. I wasn't going live very much or at least not as much as I used to anyway. And I'm not gonna pick that back up heavily, but I will check in from time to time. Probably do more private ones. And the problem with private ones is there are some people that are really cool that I have no contact with outside of YouTube, so it's just hard to let people know what's going on. And I don't want anybody cool to feel like I'm excluding them. Also, y'all, today is General C Monkey's birthday. I put up a birthday card on here a little while ago. If you don't mind going and signing it in the comment section, that would be cool. And if you see her around, wish her a happy fucking birthday. It's impolite to talk about a lady's age, but I'll just say she's really fucking old. I'm kidding. I don't know. I really got nothing. I've got very little idea what's been going on lately. I know that I was watching on Jackov's. Um, I saw Nanya's crying stream. Like, I don't get. Like, she says, I'm going to jail. Why the fuck is she going to jail? I don't get that. Unless she's gonna not comply with the get the fuck out order. And then her fucking somebody people need to report her fucking scam. Go fuck me, because that's bullshit. It's the trolls ruined my life. No, no, bitch. Nobody would have said shit to you had you not been doxing people and dragging people. Nobody would have done any. And I don't believe for a second that people were contacting her landlord. I don't believe that for a minute either. That's the kind of shit she does, and we've seen proof of it. And that's the only thing I can think of is if she doesn't leave. See, she can't. A long time ago, somebody sent me a whole bunch of text messages between her and them, and in it, she talks about how she can't go back to where she's originally from because she like pretty much she's got enemies there, and she ratted people out to save her own skin, so she can't go back there. I don't know. Did I hear Vic's call to? No, I did not, Nick. Oh, did he do that before or after? Nope, I have not heard about that. Yeah, live by the sword, die by the sword, no doubt. So he didn't do that until after. So yeah, I would be interested in listening to that. Vic is one person that I've not resubbed to, and I don't know if I will. But I would like to hear that phone call if it's still up. A day ago. Okay, so it was. I highly doubt that. I mean, she probably gave him the idea by. I don't know, man. It's wild. And how are you going to go live for hours and hours when you're supposed to be moving out and finding a place to live? I think it's hilarious because I let my house go into foreclosure, but I had a reason for it. I could have saved it. I had years and years to do something about it. I could have sold it. I could have done a few things, but I didn't. And that's because I made money on the deal. And if I would have sold it, then all that money I got tax free, I would have had to pay it all back, and fuck it. I don't care about we've been so conditioned to be worried about our credit scores. And mine was really, really high back when I participated in banking. Um, but it really only matters. I mean, for certain jobs, you can have a good credit score, but I'm retired, so I'm not worried about that. And I don't plan on borrowing any money ever, so I could give a fuck less about my credit score. But it was funny how she was dragging me for it, and she's been evicted. Oh man, I don't remember. We've known about her past evictions for a long time. Wish we could have muted her kids. Well, is it still up? Or if somebody doesn't mind, if it's still up, uh, could you send me that link? Because I'm not subbed to it. I just think it's hilarious how they were always after the throne, and I told them there's no throne. I supposedly was one person that was in it at one time, and I'm telling you, there's no throne. It's a rusted out duct tape lawn chair that falls over every time you sit in it. So they dragged their way to what they thought was the top and found out there's nothing there. It's gone. Right on, Junie. Thank you. I don't know. I got nothing. I guess we can test the link or whatever. I'm not gonna stay live for very long. I was just surprised that it worked. But if anybody has anything they want to say, what's going on, Michelle? I'll throw out the link one time. I also think it's funny how I keep getting there's General. What's going on? Hey, General has her wrench, but she's the General. Happy birthday, General. But anyway, that time when Mitch sent a 14-year-old to my channel, I don't know. They were saying it was somebody else, but it didn't even sound like the same person, and I don't know who that. I forget the name, but never heard of him before. But somebody did the research on their own and found out that that is a 14-year-old kid affiliated with Mitch. And then he tried to say that I paid a child actor to jump up on my panel. Yeah, right, Mitch. Keep trying. There we go. Hashtag pay the rent. Hello, Tanya. I can't remember if I said hello to you, Tanya, but hello. Nice to see you around. So I wonder if I could go live straight through YouTube now. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Has anything else interesting happened besides Nanya getting kicked out again and blaming the? She learned so much from Tommy, like how to lie and just blame everything on the trolls. It's the trolls, guys. If Nanya does get arrested, though, it'd be a damn shame if somebody FOIA'd the body camera from that. You all know I'm too lazy to do that shit, but I know some of you are into it. If she does get arrested, then I expect to see that body camera footage on my desk by the following Monday, unless there's a holiday. Well, I used to fuck with Vic. I don't fuck with him anymore because like he just flips every so often. Him and I were, I thought we were cool. At one point, he told me that because we used to talk on the phone for hours, and I'd be talking about either he'd be wanting to like he'd be on the road going to end somebody that I didn't even like, so I could give a fuck less if that person had something happen to him. But I didn't at the time. I didn't want Vic to go to jail, so I spent hours fucking talking about that shit and hours talking about it doing shit to himself. And then all of a sudden he starts coming at me and doxing me and shit. I don't know why. He just flipped. So I don't fuck with Vic anymore, but he does have information on some things that I would like to know about. Just wait till Tommy goes live. Yeah. I mean, she's been involved with fraud type stuff in the past. Like you can find it's on her. There's stuff on her record. Fraud type stuff like bad text and things like that. So I think GoFundMe probably ought to know what's going on. Yeah, that's right, Junie. Karma is a bitch. Well, there is Damone's by Curious Thoughts. What's going on? Sure, when the county sheriff served the order on January, you betting that there's body. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there probably already is. You're probably right, man. Process servers. I don't know. Did the sheriff deliver it, or was it a process server? Most of them were body cameras too, but I don't know that you can FOIA that. Maybe if you call and ask them real nicely. I mean, hold on one second, guys. I gotta mute real quick. You don't want to hear this. All right. So, uh, Tommy is claiming responsibility, and I've got screenshots and messages or whatever. He doesn't realize who my spies are, but Um, got screenshots of him claiming responsibility for having my channel taken down. So Tommy needs to be asked why he would spring violent pornography on people, because it's supposed to be a community of survivors and he's supposed to be a catcher. Why would he do that? What's going on, FCC? Damn it, I know I gave you a wrench too, but for some reason, wrenches are, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this up and after the chat posts, I will try to remod people that way. I mean, really, it's a serious question. My channel got taken down from one thing. They did like I was kind of daring YouTube anyway because I don't really care. But shooting guns on a live stream is a huge no-no, and I did it a lot. They never said a fucking thing about it. Um, like they took down a lot of my older gun videos, but I didn't get. No, there was no warnings or strikes. They were like, "Hey, we removed this because you're an asshole, and we're scared of guns." Um, so I got porn bombed, and then all I have is a phone, so it's really hard for me to see what it was. And I should have shut it down sooner, but and mods were just DM me and they're like, "You need that was a porn bomb, you whatever." So I shut it down, and I went to delete the stream, but YouTube had already beat me to it, so I got a warning. And when I went live again right after that, I took a screenshot of that warning, and that was the thumbnail for the video. So fast forward 2 or 3 days, and that was the only reason they gave for nuking my channel was that porn bomb. So, and apparently it was violent porn. So you should ask Tommy. He's claiming responsibility for it. Why did he spring violent porn? I mean, some people do get uh, people that have PTSD. That kind of shit does give them flashbacks. What's going on, Nick? The other Nick, what's going on? See, the Grand Twomper, very 32 inches, has his wrench. I don't know. Tommy was trying to get some pantyhose action. Well, that doesn't surprise me. We are all built to. That is right. I am actually, I am everybody in this community, but like four of you. I think it's hilarious. I was accused of being mail order brides, which was the whole reason we ever started talking. So he came on panel to prove that we aren't the same person. Oh, 3 or 4 accounts that Vic admitted were him, but they were blaming, and they were saying it was me. There's just been a bunch of them. Some of them were proven, some of them weren't. I've been accused of being everything. And it doesn't matter if these people have been heard on panels, they will still say that they're me. I've been accused of being everything from my own girlfriend to all these accounts that are quote unquote exposing me, as if as if there needs to be any more of those. No, these people are stupid and delusional. My ear does actually kind of itch. Thanks for reminding me. That is right. General C Monkey is my sexier half. It got to the point that at one time I actually went through my phone to make sure that I wasn't, like maybe popping some Ambien and becoming all these people. I actually checked, and I didn't find any. So it's also kind of hard for me to chat from a different account on my own live stream when all I have is a phone. I mean, yes, I do have another phone that I could technically do that, but it's just not my thing. I'm too lazy for it. Jeff loves lady boys. That, yeah, we found that out on one of his catches. They were eyeing that tranny up pretty good. Hey, what's going on, folks? Jeff dated that tranny. Hey, it wouldn't surprise me. Man, there's so many. I'm not going to resub to very many people, but I'm being reminded of some people in here that I need to. Like, I'm subbed to some of you already, but I gotta make it a point. Look, as soon as they realized that they were chatting with a tranny, there was going to be a catch, whether there was anything sexual in that chat or not. I've not seen I don't know if they ever put out the chat log, but once they found out what they had, they were going to catch that person. I mean, you had yeah, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea, FCC. I mean, for all we know, there wasn't even. I mean, I don't know. Was there even an age drop, or did they pull a thing like Creeps Cringe, where Creeps Cringe? I tried to help them out early on. Back then, I that was my thing, was helping new catchers get going, making their Discord or advice or hooking them up with whatever. If they needed pictures, I could hook them up. I could match people that wanted to decoy. I could match whatever, that kind of thing. And I tried to help them, but and Decoy tried to help them too. But like they were coming to me and saying, "Oh, Decoy said this and said that," and I know damn well she didn't say it. And then they'd go to Decoy. They actually told Decoy that I was charging them to help, which was total bullshit. I never took any money. I mean, like AZ offered me money, and I just didn't take it. I didn't even have a cash app or a way to get money from anybody back then, anyway. But like they're telling us all this shit as if we didn't talk every day. But anyway, that was their thing. They would get these guys all hot and bothered, and then not age drop until they were in the parking lot. I mean, that's not a predator. For all you know, they're like, well, he didn't leave. Well, for all you know, he was going to wring your ass. I mean, and not in a sexual kind of way. I worded that badly. And then they caught a 17-year-old, and they knew he was 17. I mean, granted that he was after like a 13 or 14-year-old, which is not cool, but catching a 17-year-old live and making him do push-ups and shit, that's not the way to go about that. Might have a word with him and his parents and not live stream. trigger warning for you, Aussie John. Oh yeah, somebody did say something about that. I don't. He thinks I'm General Sea Monkey because General Sea Monkey put up an earbud warning. Uh, but I know what that was about because it's happened a few times. When 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 people are up on panel and they're just yelling at each other, I can't fucking stand that. So I will scream, "Shut up!" You know, and I usually drop an earbud warning so that because when I scream, it'll pull your eardrums out if you're not ready for it. But General Sea Monkey or anybody who's been around for a while knows what I'm going to do. So she went ahead and had my back and put up the earbud warning, and I highlighted it. For some reason, that's why John thinks that doesn't make sense, but it was just because she knew what I was going to do. It would save me the trouble of having to put up the banner. In fact, I might still have that banner in here. I'm not sure. There it is. See, I've got kind of a nose and throat thing going on right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing any screaming. But yeah, I I put that up when I know I'm going to scream, so that, if I'm going to shoot a gun, so that people know, hey, I need to pull my earbuds out a little bit. So it's out of courtesy. Junie Elena was the trans person that Jeff and Casey caught. It's funny though. They think that I'm all the Sea Monkey accounts, which I don't know. I guess is cool, but I've also heard that General Sea Monkey was Alex. Who else did I hear it was? I've heard that General Sea Monkey was a few people, or was asked, but I don't ever confirm or deny anything. I don't give up my Sea Monkeys identities. I don't even tell other Sea Monkeys who they are. Yeah, I don't think they did ever show the chat logs, and there's probably a reason for that. Like I was saying, once they realized they had a tranny on their hands, that person was going to get caught because, oh my god. So we don't know if it got sexual. We don't know if there was an age drop. Uh, we don't know. I got a feeling KC is probably still sending dick pics to this day, but I can't confirm that. Yeah, Jeff. Jeff is another one that I will not be subscribing to. Yeah, he did send her a picture of his asshole. I can't imagine. That thing probably had dingleberries and sweat balls and grease and everything else in it. I don't know. Well, you probably can face up your asshole, but you probably can't tell the difference between Casey's face and his asshole anyway. Yeah, he has permanent shrinkage. He always looks like he's getting out of the pool no matter what. It can be 90 degrees. And, yeah, yeah, y'all make sure you eat your chips. Well, if you can go to sleep, Junie, go to sleep. YouTube's not worth it. Sleep is the cousin of death. Well, I mean, you'll get plenty of rest when you're dead. Damn you guys, now I want chips. Anybody watch the cop show year, years and years ago called Chips about the motorcycle cops? When I was a kid, I used to pretend like I was Eric Estrada on my bicycle. Yes, folks, Mr. Puncherillo. Laura sleeps inside a coffin in a mansion basement. She pops out and says tales from the crypt. You walk. Uh, Interesting. Not surprising, but interesting. Hey, we had a guy around here when I was a kid. Uh, he weighed like 600 pounds, and I remember seeing him like when my dad would take me to get a haircut. He hung out in the barber shop. I mean, I was only like 5, 6. Um, it was before the dinosaurs went extinct. But yeah, this dude was like 600 pounds. Really nice guy. But when he died, they couldn't find a coffin big enough, so they buried him in a piano box. Officer Poncherello, yes, sir. That is correct. Yeah, John Wilcox. That was the other name I was trying to think of. FCC likes them tall, slender, blonde men on motorcycles. Nothing wrong with that. Tommy will be buried in a toilet box. Yeah, they'll find him with a needle hanging out of his arm. Is there something wrong with being gay? It's not gay if you say no homo afterwards. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Kemedy, Sea Monkey? Yeah, I'd like to say it's great to be back. I mean, it's cool to see all of you, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Jeff, did you know that today is General Sea Monkey's birthday? So you better wish her a good one. Yeah, as long as you don't make eye contact. I mean, sucking dick is just like shaking hands sometimes. It's just what buddies do. Oh, Jesus, Dominique. I can't even remember what I've said. I don't remember what I said 5 minutes ago. I'll leave it up, though. I'll have to go back after the chat post and try to get. I try to give people riches from the comment section. It looks like some of them got them and some didn't, but I'll get you hooked up for sure, Dominique. You guys know if anybody is going live tonight? It's a weird itch. It's weird, man. I used to have to talk myself out of going live sometimes. But the last 6, 8 months, I've been having to talk myself into it. I'm just burned out. It's not, I don't know. It's weird though. Panel addiction is a thing, whether you're watching or hosting. It's a thing. Actually, Dominique, you do have to send updated pictures now that you mention it. Strictly for our files. I won't even look at them. It's just for our files. And if your ball gag sizes have changed, y'all, I do need you have to download the form, the ball gag size change request form, and fill it all out and submit it. Make sure everything is complete, and we'll take care of the rest. All right, Jeff, take it easy. Yeah, Matt, this place did get lame as fuck. All people know how to do now is drag. That's it. Drag and restream. Like there's no people are sick of it. There's no creativity with it. You know, it's like the cheapest, lamest way you could go live. You know. Yeah. Okay. We are all built too. You're gonna do well here. I can feel it. You're gonna move. You're gonna move right up the ranks. Powder party. That's not a bad idea either. My sinuses are all fucked up right now. Maybe it's what I need. Huh. Is that an excuse to drop my cash app? That's a good enough one. Although, be advised, I may or may not actually buy cocaine with it. You only boof drug. Hey, does that? Serious question, NTF. Like, does that work better? I've thought about it, but I've never actually tried it. I understand how the membranes and the blood-brain barrier and all. I understand how it all works. People take wine enemas and they get all fucked up. There was a story. This woman got, because I think she got convicted, but she went to jail for murder or manslaughter or something. I don't remember exactly what the charge was, but her husband's thing was to have her give him wine enemas, and they usually used one bottle, but one night they got a little frisky and she used two bottles, which gave him alcohol poisoning, and he died. And then she got charged for it. So yeah, I know that it does work. It works. It works like a mother. See, now I want to. I want to try it. I wonder if it helped my Ambien work any better. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Judy, but THC is drugs. So is caffeine. That's what. I mean, I don't usually say anything, but people say, "Oh, I don't do drugs. Oh, I smoke pot." That is drugs. I hate to tell you. It might be legal in some places, but it is a drug. Now, it's a lot better than, some people use pot to help them get off of heroin, which much better to have you on pot than heroin, but you're still not clean, so stop saying you are. Ecstasy and meth. See, I've always shied away from meth. Never. I mean, I'm sure I've probably gotten it in Coke or something like that, but because I've had some Coke that just seemed a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say hotter, but longer lasting, I'll put it that way. But yeah, meth never been my thing. Yeah, General, you are absolutely right. I wish that pot worked for me. I would much rather. It's got to be better than the shit that the doctors give me, but pot just doesn't. It doesn't help me. It either does nothing at all, or it makes me feel ways that I don't really want to feel again. So I'm stuck with the pharmaceuticals if I want to get anything done. People have been like, "Hey, I got this." There's still to this day in Indiana. There's no legal pot. Like we don't have medical. But back when it wasn't legal anywhere, people like, oh, I got this $2,000 an ounce CIA shit, man. Try it, it'll blow your mind. So I try it, nothing. And then one time, somebody got me an edible from Colorado where they can have the good shit. And like I know how to dose about any kind of pill. I know what my limitations are, but I don't really know. I got an education, but didn't really know how to dose pot for myself. So she gives me this 500 milligram edible, and she says, "You might want to just take like a quarter of it or a half of it." And I was like, "I am Bill fucking Powell, So I ate the whole thing. About 40 minutes later, I was like, this is not doing anything at all. I should have ate two of them. Well, after that, it was like 4 or 5 hours of please make it stop. I don't like it. Please make this stop. Please. Yeah, not good. Well, the whole drugs game is different now. Everything has fentanyl in it, and now there's every time they find a way to help with one drug, something worse comes out. Like they developed Narcan to save opioid users, and it works. So now they got this fucking monkey tranquilizer or some shit. I forget what it's called. Now they got these fuckers. At least us oxy addicts, we have the common courtesy that when we nod off, we fall all the way down. These motherfuckers are too lazy to even do that. They just fucking like fold in half, and like their top half is unconscious, but their legs are still. It's just rude. If you're gonna pass out, just fall all the way down like a real man. I'm not big on mushrooms, but the first time I tried them, I was actually in a Walmart. Like we were walking into the building, my buddy popped out a baggie and was eating them. He's like, "Hey, you want some?" Yeah, fuck it, why not? I can't say I'm a big fan. Although I would like to. I've done DMT one time, and I'm telling you that like it changed me, like for the better. So obviously I need to do it again, but I got to find a good source. You know, the people I did it with, they had like a little ceremony and blah blah blah. It it kind of like that trip kind of sucked at first because I found out I got a lot of demons and violence hidden in the back of my mind. But after that, I don't know, it was weird. Like after that part was over with, it just got really, I don't know how to describe it. I really don't. But if I can find a source like that, I would do it again because I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Now, salvia, I did a bunch of times because salvia used to be legal in Indiana. You can just go buy it at the smoke shop. You can't do that now, but that was another thing. People like, hey man, I got some salvia. Let's come over. And I'm like, I don't think I should take that shit because like there's just some bad shit in my mind that I want to keep stuff down low. Oh no, man, but it won't be a problem because you lose all muscle control. We'll be able to control you. Blah 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 blah. Well, yeah. After I did it, I was running around through their woods. I don't know. I got transported. The first time I did it, the first thing that happened is all of a sudden, like I'm like, I don't feel anything, guys. This is bullshit too. And then pow! All at once, I was like standing at the top of it was like a waterfall with multicolored streamers that ran straight down into the abyss. And I'm standing on the edge of it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you guys got to get in here. This is awesome. But after I get done slaughtering people on a medieval battlefield, then things just get really pleasant. And then after the trip is gone, I'm in a good mood like for the whole rest of the night. I don't know. It's weird. What's going on, Mastercard? Damn, I know I tried to give you a rip too. I don't know. I'll just figure it out later. Yeah, man. I went out of body on that stuff too. It's hard to describe, but I don't know. Don't really care much for the tripping part of it, but after that's all over, like I just felt great for hours. Smoked Selby with Lindsay Lohan at a Malibu Beach House party like 8 years ago. Awesome. Opium, yeah. I've only had actual opium a handful of times, but I'm definitely a fan of the derivatives of opium. I've got a Chinese opium smoker. What is it from the Qing Dynasty? Anyway, it's made out of silver and jade. It's really a beautiful piece. It's a very finely detailed dragon and stuff. I never actually smoked opium out of it, but it's just a cool piece that I ended up with. I don't know, man. It's hard to find. Even fucking how I don't know how long it's been, 15 years ago or so. I only encountered raw opium a handful of times, but I couldn't tell you where to get it now. Yeah, it's hard to grow. I mean, you just don't hear about popium. Popium. What the fuck? Poppy. Yeah, we'll call it popium. You don't hear about opium or poppy operations. Like there are certain kinds of poppies that grow wild around here, but they're not the kind that produces that kind of opium. You just if it was that easy to grow in the United States, you'd hear about opium grows being taken down, like the pot grow operations that they find. It's just not that easy. We don't have the right kind of soil for it. We don't have the right uh, climate. It just doesn't do well in the United States. Well, yeah, we were protecting the poppy fields in Afghanistan. The United States does import legally, like the companies that make morphine and other painkillers. I mean, they have a pass to import it in the United States. You know, everything is fentanyl now. Like even heroin addicts that switch to fentanyl don't go back to heroin because they say that fentanyl is so much better. FCC, a lot of scientific and biological discoveries have been made while people were on psychedelics. Oh my God, 55 gallons of, oh shit. I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't make it much, you know, in about 15 minutes, I'd probably be done for. I just grab a straw and stick in the burrow. I put a straw in my butthole. And it's strange how, like, geometric patterns that have been found, like, in ancient temples and tombs and stuff, these geometric patterns that they've known about for thousands of years uh, are the same geometric patterns as what's in our DNA. And I like to read up on the Hadron Collider from time to time. I'm not saying I'm smart about it or know a whole lot, but they're making discoveries there. Like they've pretty much proven that there are other dimensions. But some of the discoveries they've made that are supposed to be new discoveries, ancient people knew about it because they put the same information out already. We just thought it was bullshit until now. But see, that's the thing, man. Is at one time, oxys were real easy to get off the street. A lot of it was because doctors would just prescribe it and people go get them and tell them. But you know damn well there were executives walking out with briefcases full of that shit and selling it on the street. Some dude tried to play me one time when I was a bail bondsman because he got caught with like I can't remember 20 pounds or something. And these fuckers get here's some advice, some free advice. If you're going to be transporting 20 pounds of weed or whatever in your trunk, don't be smoking the shit when you're driving down the interstate. Follow the speed limit. Make sure all of your lights work. Maybe have a chase car with you so that they can, make buffer zones or whatever. But don't be speeding and smoking pot while you're smuggling it, because that's what gets people caught is fucking minor traffic infractions. And don't ever consent to search. You don't have to give up your rights. They're more likely going to find an excuse to search anyway, but don't ever volunteer it. So anyway, one of these dudes had his buddy call me up, and they're like, "Yeah, you bonded out so and so. He actually works for us. We are the agency and all this bullshit." They were like, "You need to release him from his bond." Blah blah blah. It was yeah. Yeah, I might know a thing or two about transporting stuff and not getting caught. I look back at some of the shit I used to do, all in the name of trying to score. But I never got caught. The cops thought that I was like they knew that they found out that I was because what I would do was I would find the people that after I started eating my prescriptions in like a week or whatever, uh, I found this. I found out the source. I would just ask them, "Hey, where you get this stuff?" People that I was buying it from, and they sometimes they would just tell me. So I would like circumvent them and go straight to the source and be like, "Hey, I want to buy your prescription every month. I want to buy the whole thing. I will pay you X amount." Which is kind of what helped my addiction grow because I had money, and that turned out to be a problem. But I would just say, "Hey, I'll give you this much. You only have to deal with me every month." And I did that. You'd be surprised at how many. Mostly, it was mostly older people that doctors don't really give a second look to. Um, and they're not like professional drug dealers. They're just trying to pay their rent, you know. So I say, "Hey, I will buy it all every month, and I'll pay you this much," which made it cheaper for me. And uh, then they didn't have to fuck around with selling three at a time or 10 at a time. They could just have it all done. And I guaranteed that I would never rat them out if I got caught, and I never would have. But these fuckers that buy them three at a time or whatever, they're going to roll as soon as they're looking at 5 years. So anyway, the cops knew because they got rats everywhere, which is why when I do shit, I involve as few people as possible. But they knew that I was buying them up like crazy, and they thought that I was reselling them, but I never was. So they were trying to find a way to find out, you know what I mean, where I was selling them, but I was eating all of them. Yeah, that's the thing, Matt. When you're first starting out, you're real cautious. Personally, I always stayed cautious. I mean, every once in a while, I would have to bend my own rules, but the more you get away with shit, the more you take it for granted that you're going to keep getting away with it, so you get sloppy. Oh fuck! You go live tonight, FCC or anybody else. I'm pretty sure I got. Yeah, no, I know I'm subscribed to you, and I know I subbed to Matt. Oh gosh, I need to. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I subbed to. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, that's the thing, Matt. That's why I involved as few people as possible because I know people like, oh, I would never rat on somebody. I'm a tough guy. I'll never rat. But I've seen so many people fold. Like as soon as you're looking at 5 years or whatever, people will fucking roll on you. Or if they get a female, they'll say, hey, you're either going to tell us what we want to know, or you're never going to see your kids again because we're going to have them taken away. Can't really blame them for rolling over at that point. And sometimes it's as simple as just waiting out their addiction. Like they know, even over a cigarette, sometimes they'll give you cigarettes to be your buddy, but sometimes they won't let you smoke because they know in a couple hours you're going to be desperate enough to just tell them whatever they want to know so you can walk out that door. or think you're going to walk out that door and have a cigarette. Or they'll tell you, hey, if you just sign this, we won't, we won't arrest you. Just sign this confession, and we'll just put it to the court. We won't actually arrest you. So you sign the confession. Sometimes people just sign confessions to get shit over with when they didn't do anything. And then boom. Oh, sorry, we lied. We have to put you in jail now. Don't talk to the cops without a lawyer. They'll try to make you feel like an asshole for wanting what you are constitutionally entitled to. Don't let them bully you. I don't care if you're innocent, because if they decide you did it, they're going to find a way to twist it. And God forbid you can't remember a date or whatever. Like, I mean, there's a lot of tactics they use, but they'll say, could you have been at this place on September 15th? Could you have been there? Well, yeah, I could have been. Oh, okay, so you were there. No, I could have been there. Well, yeah, you just said you could have been. Well, yeah, I could have been. I don't fucking remember. They just do shit like that because they know human memories suck. Their memories suck too, but they've got all the what they think are facts or what they want to be facts on a piece of paper. So they're reading it off, and theirs is always going to be consistent because it's right there. But yeah, that's just how they run over people. All right, guys. Unless you got something else you want to talk about, I'll probably hang this up pretty soon. Throw out the link one more time. Last call, if you so desire. Dang it, my phone's so cold it doesn't want to work. Oh, well, maybe not. All right, let's try this. Copy, post comment, down, paste, chat. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. One of my alts is posting my Cash App. Thank you. It may or may not go to my drugs. It just depends. I'm not gonna tell you bullshit like, it goes into the channel, guys, because it doesn't. It doesn't cost anything to have a YouTube channel, and I use the free version of StreamYard now. So you can fit about a pound and 10, right? Oh, I see we watch the same YouTube channel. Act accordingly. Ringo Star. Yeah, that is a good idea, though. I mean, you can just use a remote control car too and strap it to the top. You got a little bit more control over where it goes then, but yeah, you just put some tannerite. If you don't know, it's I probably shouldn't say what's in it, but it's just two components. It's legal, and it makes a really loud kaboom when you detonate it, but it's impact detonated. So you just mix it up, put it in a container, and then shoot it. That's what exploding targets are made out of. But yeah, you can just duct tape it to a remote control car or put it in the dustbin of your robotic vacuum cleaner and send it wherever you need to, and there it goes. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't want you to be confused, Judy Lynn, because there is an RCC monkey, which of course is another one of my old. Yeah, yep, absolutely, Judy. If your town's business district contains one gas station and two bars, everybody in that town knows how to blow shit up. I'll have to find. I had some Tannerite videos on my channel that got nuked. I think I still have those videos though. I might put those back up. I don't know. We'll see. I've got so many fucking videos that I filmed for the channel. Some of them I used, some of them I didn't. But I've got so many fucking videos on my SD card that I don't actually have to film anything for a couple of years. I can just keep uploading shit. What's up, Orbot? Damn it! I know I gave you a wrench too. For some reason, some people's wrenches are showing up and some aren't. You're a Christian man down on your luck. You better drop your cash app, Warbot. Colorado wants to ban guns. Oh, are you shitting me? Colorado's bullshit communist gun laws lost. Mike Magpul used to be in Colorado. They moved out because Colorado banned 30 round magazines. It's not. I mean, I can take people out pretty quickly with my bolt actions. It's more about shot placement. Hey, what's going on, Lisa? Damn it, you guys have gotten me wanting to do coke and blow shit up. In that order. Not really doing it. What the fuck? Why don't I have any cigarettes? Well, this is bullshit. I got myself out of cigarettes. I smoke way too much when I'm live. I don't know why. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I got my emergency half pack left. Yay. Hashtag pay the rent, people. It's a funny thing. Here's some financial. What's going on, section? Man, I got a lot of people to get re wrenched. Yeah, here's a little known financial fact is that if you pay your rent, you probably aren't going to get kicked out as long as you aren't trashing the place. That'd be some shit that they would do too, is trash a place when they leave, which I think is bullshit. Hey, what's going on, Sean? When I left my house, I signed a. They actually paid me. I wasn't going to anyway. Um, but they paid me to not do any damage and like not steal the light fixtures and all that kind of shit people do. Which it wouldn't really be stealing because they were my. I put some of them in. But I signed a paper that said I would not trash the place and wouldn't steal the light fixtures or turn a herd of goats loose inside when I left. Or and people do shit like that. They'll throw the garden hose in the basement and turn it on and leave. They'll fucking take baseball bats to the walls. They'll flush concrete mix down the toilets because they're getting kicked out because they fucked up. Most landlords are not rich people. They 100% did that. Oh, like you know that for like have you seen evidence of that or like you just know they did? Yeah, I think it was yeah, it had to have been on Jackal's. That's the only thing I've watched as far as that goes. But she was talking about how she tried to give the lady money, but the lady wouldn't take it. That's a pretty normal thing when they're trying to get you out because they more likely already have paperwork filed. If they take any money from you, then it could restart. I don't know how Arkansas does it exactly, but like if they take money from you, then it can restart timelines on certain things or whatever. So it's not uncommon for them to refuse anything. They're not doing it. They're not just picking on the victim, Miss Kanya. Which, by the way, I would like for everybody's cooperation instead of calling her Tanya. I would like to change the T to a C because Kanya just flows off the tongue so easily, and it's very fitting because Tanya looks like Tanya, and we got a couple of Tanyas around here that are really nice. You know what I mean? So I would like everybody's cooperation in calling her Kanya from now on. Yeah, General, I want to hear that phone call too, but I'm sure somebody recorded it. But they were saying earlier that he took it down. I would like to hear it though. See, yeah, Jenny gets it. Got the little bit of color cut. Hey, that works too. Agency. We used to have a no, what was it? Agent, what was it? Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen that account around in a while. Yep, Kanya, because she will. See, they tried to destroy me, but I'm still playing their stream. I don't need a YouTube channel to do that. Kanye artist, no business being here. Yeah, the last big moose stream. I have a hard time saying anything because all I have is a phone, but I did manage to get a look at her chat, and I didn't recognize hardly any of the names there at all. So I don't know if they're all of her friends or where the fuck they came from, but there weren't very many people talking in there, and the ones that were, like most of them, I never heard of them before. So yes, Judy is also me. You guys are. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I'm actually starting to get confused now because I'm pretty sure that one of you actually is me. I'm just not sure which one. All right, yo. I don't know what's going on later. Like I said, I'm not subscribed to very many people. There's a few that I'm going to still, but I just haven't been able to get their links. So if you're somebody whose chat I was active in, you can send me your link, and I'd be happy to resubscribe to you. Man, I can't keep up the fake crying for hours like she does. I don't know how you do it. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out. I was surprised one that I was able to go live, and surprised that there was even this many in here. But I do appreciate it. I know at first when I was giving the link out, I was asking people to not share it, but it doesn't matter now because the secret's out. You can share away. Yeah, John. Uh, I am not General Sea Monkey. General Sea Monkey is not me. I am a worn out, broken down old man. General Sea Monkey. It is. I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of hot. Um, Unfortunately, there's a husband in the way. But anyway, General Sea Monkey is an attractive female, and I am a somewhat attractive older guy with long salt and pepper hair. And when I'm in the right mood, a voice that the ladies thoroughly seem to enjoy. And I ain't very smart, but I'm a whole lot of fun. I think it's funny. People that have been around the community for years and years would be surprised at who General is, but I will never tell. All right, y'all. I don't know what's going on tonight, but either way, stay naked.